So apparently there was 30 million people quarantined because of the coronavirus. I'm really hoping that this isn't what they're going to use as one of the last steps to take full control as a one world government, new world order, because they do things like this. They'll release a disease or, a plague, and then they'll say, okay, we have to lock down all these countries. All of a sudden your rights are no longer. All of a sudden you're forced to go to a FEMA camp, and you're forced to take injections, and you're forced to eat certain things, like, you know what I mean? But the thing is, it's fulfilling their agenda and really what they're trying to do, which is literally a hard reset. They want to reset the whole planet. They want to delete everybody in the cleanest, most fashionist controlled manner, however you want to call it, you know what I mean? And have the masses do it willingly. That's the trick. And that's what they've been working towards, you know what I mean? To basically get rid of, the majority of the population, to be honest, because there's, to basically leave the 1%, which is the most rich, the most wealthy. They look at everybody else as a plague. Everything is already established. Buildings, cities, farms, they no longer need human beings anymore. They don't need you to produce anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're replacing people with artificial intelligence, different technologies, robots, you know what I mean, that operate as efficiently as a human being, but without requiring anything. You don't need money, they don't need water, food, so they don't cost to really maintain. It just produces, it fulfills. So you got to see the bigger picture when things like the coronavirus and things like that are happening. You don't realize this type of shit's been happening for hundreds of years, and they utilize every situation like this one to take another step forward in their agenda, which is, regardless of however you want to put it, it's connected to population reduction. You know what I mean? They just, what a better way to do it. If you were, a world leader of some sort, and you were to look at the world, look at it and say, okay, we're overpopulated, I'm part of the 1% of the wealthy, let's just reset, you know what I mean? Like, pretty much it's like a disease, it's a plague. We have to fix this. We have to destroy all these people in the cleanest way. Not like back in the day when they literally just murdered and slaughtered millions of people and threw them in a ditch and burned their bodies. Because this is just history repeating itself in a different way. They had to do it differently this time. Not by force, but by will. That's the only true way to get somebody, is through their own doing, through their own will. And then it's on you. Soulfully, spiritually, physically, whatever happens to you, that was your will. You know what I mean? You willingly went along with that because you were deceived in whatever way. And you didn't have the Spirit, you didn't have God, you didn't have the Bible, you didn't have certain foundations, to basically keep you away from that, and keep your eyes open for the signs of those things. Because it just looks like what it is to you. It's just another virus. This has happened before. Blah, blah, blah. These are normal protocols that need to be taken from countries when something like this happens, blah, blah, blah. Yes, but no. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. You haven't tapped into the higher capacity of understanding it yet. You can just see things as they are and what they're told to you as. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's things that you can't see that are really actually happening and going on. There's agendas that you couldn't even comprehend the reasoning behind such an agenda. What would be the benefit? It doesn't make any sense. It's not logical. That's because your logic is based off something that's not logical. Therefore, you look at something and you say that's not logical because you're basing it off of the logic that you've developed or been handed, or what's been handed to you, what you've grown, what you've learned, what you've been educated with by the educational system that taught you what logic is and what logic is. What is logic? how do we determine what is logical? Based off of our logic? You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't work, bro. I'm telling you right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, the entire foundation of this way of life is completely based on deception, lies, distortion, the opposite of reality, the opposite of the true intent behind the way things are made and why they are made the way they're made. You would be sick if you really knew what was going on. Most people don't want to. Again, it doesn't register even an intelligent person's mind through their logic. Through their logic. I'm saying that's the thing. We base what we know off education that was handed down to us by man, that was made by man to benefit man, not to benefit the people or the masses or the majority. Okay. So when you figure that out, other things like what I'm talking about won't seem that far away from your reality. Like, it'll be more realistic. It'll make sense even though it doesn't make sense. It'll be logical even though that it's not logical, because your logic will be based on a different foundation of logic. You know what I mean? Once you get to that point, or else you can't see these things. And not all these things were meant to be seen by everybody. You know, God blessed certain people to see things and foresee things and see through things that the majority or the masses do not have the ability to see. It's not within them spiritually, physically, mentally. They can be as intelligent, the most intelligent man in the world. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Humans think they know everything. Well, how far did that get us? Self-destruct. That's where it got. That's what it got us. We're going down. You know what I'm saying? As a race, a species, like as quality of human beings, the quality of life we live is terrible now. The quality of the human being itself is just vile, disgusting. Is not of what we were ever meant to be, ever, naturally, at all. We're the complete opposite of what our natural way of being should have been, and naturally what we should have been. Like, there's no other way to put it. Therefore, everything is wrong. It just appears to be correct. It looks right. Most things that, you know, look good are actually bad for you. Most things that feel good are bad for you. See, you gotta know this stuff. You know what I mean? Just real talk, man. But I just want to say, you know, the coronavirus is now in Canada. It's been released through the media, not through just the internet, but through the actual media, that coronavirus has landed in Canada and multiple parts of Canada. So I'm just gonna put this out there. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. This may not be the big final one, but this is gonna be one of them. If I just found out 30 million people were quarantined, that may have been in China, but bottom line, do you understand the bro? May not see. Oh, that's over there. It's not gonna affect me. We're good, bro. It can happen like this. Bam. If China's doing it, the States can do it, Canada can do it. All of a sudden, it's an it's a world emergency. See what I'm saying? That's what they said. They called it a worldwide a state of emergency. So they're literally like shutting whole countries down, quarantining countries in regards to this coronavirus. But that's not really what's going on. They were going to do that anyways without the virus, but they needed a good enough reason that everyone is going to willingly agree with, follow through with, and follow along with, and think that it's good for them. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, yeah, like, we're in fear. We're going to get sick, or, if we don't go to this FEMA, if we don't do this, if we don't give in these rights, we're not protected, whatever, right? So I just wanted to put that out there. And I don't know. Me, I'm very conscious about what I do, what I put in my body, what I touch. You know what I'm saying? I don't touch. I'm always cleaning my hands. I got hand sanitizer. I don't share with people. I don't share, weed, cigarettes, like alcohol. I don't food, nothing. I don't share. You know, I share. You know what I'm saying, but I don't share like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So that's my take on that. That's what I truly think and feel from what I've seen. Is this is another step forward of them, you know, getting their grips on the control over this world in one motion, one order, new world order, one world government. Because they can't gain that full control when they have this country disagreeing, that country disagreeing, this country disagreeing. But if all of a sudden there's a coronavirus that's going to destroy, everybody in the world, all of a sudden now every country has to come together under a state of emergency, and they have to cooperate, and they have to go under one order for everything to work. So that way they're not saying, no, we don't understand this, we don't agree, blah, blah, blah. They will agree because it's going to be for their well-being of their entire country. Like, if we don't do this, our whole country is gonna die, basically. You know what I mean? So we have to cooperate under this one world, new world order, one world government, whatever, for the sake of this virus not spreading. That's how they're gonna manipulate it. Same thing with the schools, like the school shootings and all that stuff. Not all of them, were like staged or anything, but you know what? I don't even want to touch on that. You can use your own mind. You can, but if I was a fucking evil devil demon motherfucker and I wanted to get what I wanted to get, that's the type of shit that I would fucking do to cause diversions to get what I fucking want without me having to take it. I'll make them give it to me, and they think they're fucking doing me a favor, or they think I'm doing them a favor. That's the slickest, most criminal fucking state of mind. And the majority of people in the world, they never grew up in a criminal element. They don't know how a criminal fucking thinks. They don't understand why a criminal thinks the way a criminal thinks. They think they do, but they really don't. I was a criminal. I really know on a soulful level of the ins and outs of that state of mind, the mentality, the spirit behind it, the reasoning why, it's just, there's so many levels. Things, not everything can be described and explained, you know what I'm saying? So don't think you're going to always understand or overstand everything, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say about that. But, the coronavirus, it's in Canada. I believe it's man-made. And it was initiated to take the next steps of the agenda. Do I really have to say from who, what, where, when, who, where, what, why? Go figure that out yourself. If you don't know by now, that's terrible. You shouldn't even be on this channel. I hope you don't call yourself a conscious being. You know what I mean? But anyways, I'm out. Corey Resilient, you know what I'm saying? Share this video. Make sure you hit the like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Check out my other videos. Check out my playlist there. It'll run through all my videos. Yeah, man. Stay blessed and stay aware and be conscious, man, of what's going on. Peace.